What up, YouTube? It's March the 12th. It's about 1:34 a.m. So I'm finna go ahead and go into the chapter that I just got done processing. It's real fucking short. And it's called The Conquest of Busra. And the chapter before this, they left off talking about Khalid camping out at one of the city gates, either Sharqui or Jabaya, and then leaving and meeting up with Abu Ubaidah near Busra. And then, of course, another person said potentially he might have met up with Abu Ubaidah there at the city gate of Damascus. But as far as this chapter, they talk about the beginning of it. So Khalid and them went there. And, of course, along with Abu Ubaidah, but they went there and they fought against the people. The people resisted. They put up a fight, lasted for a little short period, and they eventually got boxed in to the point where they gave in and they agreed to the terms of Khalid. But based on the chapter, it sounds like they didn't necessarily convert to Islam, because a hint to me is that they mentioned how the people agreed to pay a tax. They agreed to pay dinars. Now, from a logical standpoint, every other chapter before this, every oasis that either Muhammad or Abu Bakr had been to, whenever the people paid dinars, as far as taxes, it was always to account for those that did not convert to Islam. Thus, zimmis. They didn't mention the term zimmi every single time that occurred, but like, for example, al-Bahrain, al-Qatif, and al-Hassa. The people that did not convert, all of those tribes that did not convert, they had to pay a dinar for every adult male that did not convert, and it accumulated to about 80,000 altogether. So that's basically the process or the guidelines for the people that got to pay taxes. When you pay sadaqahs, that's kind of like, that's different from paying taxes or dinars for the most part. So that's why I feel like those people didn't convert. They did agree to a covenant, but they did not convert. But for the most part, Khalid gained Busra. Now again, Busra is not really that far from Damascus, but it's basically at the fucking border of Syria. But it's within what they call today Harin. So that'll be southwestern Syria and northwestern Jordan. Basically southern Syria and northern Jordan. A big swipe of land. Now, I just want to mention before I go further, because this fucking chapter is real short, and I could just say, okay, they conquered Busra, and then they went to Ma'ab, and then that's pretty much it. So I do it my way, because I got my own signature. But like in the last chapter, when they was talking about Huwarin, when I mentioned how at first I thought it was the region of southern Syria and northwestern Jordan, but it's not, it was just a village. But this region, as far as Harin, after Busra, they mentioned how Khalid started conquering throughout this region. Now, they didn't denote each town or oasis or city. They didn't even mention a fort. They just said he conquered through Harin. But the term that they used back then, and maybe it's just the Arabic translation, but it was Urinitis. Urinitis. That's what they mentioned. So then they go on at the last portion of the chapter, and they mention Abu Ubaidah Ibn Jarrah. And they were saying like how he had gathered